Welcome to Sunday Night Sprints. Who am I?
Hello.
Oh my gosh, this never happens, but it's for a special event. And
Yes,
that
it
event
is.
is the Little Thieves Read Along Painted Devils. Show us that gorgeous cover. Yes.
Yes,
And
I love it.
for those of you who don't know what this is the sequel by Margaret Owen. It's a sequel to Little Thieves. We're reading this in anticipation of Holy Terrors, which comes out at the beginning of next month. Oh, you've got the prettiest.
I gotta show off the pretty cover.
Please, I would be like, how dare you if you didn't do that? So
I'm so excited for whatever is going to be underneath for Holy Terrors.
oh my gosh, I know, right? It's going to be gorgeous.
It's going to be great.
But for those of you who aren't reading Little Thieves to catch up or aren't reading Painted Devils, obviously you're more than welcome to still join us. We're doing regular sprints, and Margaret and I will be discussing the book a little bit, but we won't be providing major spoilers because we're planning on discussing it at the end of this month in a live discussion. So,
we primarily will just be gushing over things that we love and doing our best to convince you to read it.
Pretty much. We'll just be like, Emmerich. Vanya said this. We'll just be like picking pretty much like all the characters that we love so much.
My favorite was when we were like, when Udo knows. And we're just like talking so vaguely last night. That was so funny.
And they're like, what does he know? We're not telling.
Nope.
We do have some people here already in the comments.
Lovely.
Hi, Vanessa. Hope you're doing well. Also, I hope everyone's doing well with the time change, too. I know the time change has been rough for people.
I wish I could say that the time change was to blame for me to getting a very slow start this morning, but it was probably more likely that the fact that I stayed up till 3 a.m. watching shorts. So
it gets you. I honestly, shorts are the thing that I need to be the most careful of because I will just keep scrolling with that. And I don't get like a timer where I have a timer on Instagram for like being like, oh, bedtime or whatever the case is. So yeah,
it's so hard because like YouTube is the thing that I have playing in the background while I do so many tasks. So like I've never put a timer on there. Like I used to have a timer on TikTok until I started actually posting on TikTok because I would use my timer up just filming one TikTok sometimes because I'm a perfectionist. And it just was one of those things where I was like, but like YouTube, like I'll just, and I hate that YouTube now will sometimes open up just being shorts. And I'm like, buddy.
Oh yes. So if you close the app while watching shorts, you end up reopening the app on shorts, and that actually makes me livid. I absolutely hate that so much.
The only time that like for sure I'm going to like close it out is when I open it up and it's Critical Role spoilers. I'm like, I'm not here yet. Bye.
Yeah. Well, especially when I'm in public, because maybe I want to check something quickly on YouTube, but I open the normal app and then the short, and I'm like, what did anyone hear? Like 1 second of audio, and I hate it so much. But yeah, hi everybody. We see Glenda's also here. Ash is here. Kristen, Abs. Hello, Abs. Oh my gosh, Camilla. Hello. I feel like I haven't seen you in a little while. It's probably because I'm always only sprinting on like Tuesdays. We've had this conversation.
Yeah.
But hope you're doing well.
Hello.
50% into House of Bane and Blood. This is also a book club read or group read that's being hosted by Katie. I would rather be reading in her Discord. So many people are reading it right now. So if you need to get on that train.
Oh, nice. I am currently supposed to be buddy reading this with Neva. As with most things right now, actually, I'm failing at buddy reads this week.
I mean,
it's bad. It is bad. I'm sorry, Brittany. I saw you in the chat.
Oh, yeah. We'll get to her comment. Hello, Jess. Reading the Lisa Marie Presley memoir, if I can speak. It's both enlightening and heartbreaking. I can imagine. I feel like that would be a really tough read at times. Brittany's here. We'll be switching between The Witch is Dead and The Awakened Mage. Are either of these your buddy read with her?
The Awakened Mage is the buddy read. I am going to get caught up. I have a whole bunch of admin stuff that needs to happen today. So I'm going to get caught up afterwards. I was supposed to start Awakened Mage and do it while I was doing my like weekend set. I'm not getting through the whole reset while we're on sprints, so I'm going to do what has to be done during the daytime, and then I'll put Awakened Mage on when it's time, when we're done.
Okay, sounds like a good idea. Tennille is here too. Hi, Tennille. Another memoir. Listening to the third Gilmore Girl while working on the to-do list. Is this Nonfiction Sunday? What are we doing? I mean, I'm here for it, but I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I know. I have 2 nonfiction books that I am slowly making my way through. So
I need to start one, and then I'll have one on the docket. That's the issue, is I just need to start it, and then I'll slowly get through it. And then Sarah's here too, also reading House of Bane and Blood. Seriously, there's so many people reading it. I'm so happy for you guys.
Listen, I have recommendations if you need recommendations for nonfiction.
So. Oh my gosh, please. Yeah, I would love that. Thank you. Seriously, because then I want to be that person, because I do love nonfiction when I read it. It's just more so it's a slower read for me. And I don't, for some reason, I don't think I can do audio. I not in a bad way.
So yeah. I don't do audio for most of my nonfiction, with the exception of memoirs. Ta-Nehisi Coates, his memoirs are amazing. He writes like he's sitting down and talking with you. Okay.
Is the most recent one, is it called The Message?
The Message is his most recent one. I have read Between the World and Me, and I have read it's The Beautiful Message, I think. It's the one I own. I only own one of them.
Oh, okay. Because I've read one of his fiction books. I can't remember what it's called though.
There it is. There it is. The Beautiful Struggle. The Beautiful Struggle. This is primarily about him growing up. And then Between the World and Me is basically a love letter to his son.
Oh,
yeah.
That's really sweet. That's really lovely.
He's really good. Another really accessible, let's see, what do I know that's like super accessible? Let me look at my phone, because I do have recommendations. Please. It's just, it depends on what you're into. Let me take a look at what I've read recently while you listening to Little Thieves and Just Bought Painted. Yes.
Yahoo! It's so excited.
Oh, Zoe, did you know that we're sprinting?
Did we get a notification? I was like, wait, are we not live? I don't know.
That we would get a notification, to be honest.
I get a notification too, and when it tells me that I'm live, and I'm like,
yeah,
I know. I hope I am.
I'm currently reading one called How to Be a Tutor by Ruth Goodman. She's a tutor scholar.
Okay.
And it's fascinating because it's a bottom down history. So she's going through various parts of like ordinary people's lives. So you do have to pull from different like sources, like little snippets of what life was like for the specific people that we have, and then make some extrapolation between.
Okay.
But she's actually gone and like lived some of it. Like there's an entire like a couple of pages at the beginning where she talks about her experiments with how, because they use something called rushes for their flooring in Tudor England. And so she did 2 different experiments to see how clean or dirty those would get, because they did get very dirty in Henry VIII's court. I'm trying. I feel like there's another one that would be really good for you, but I don't remember what it was.
Well, you honestly just send them to me. Just keep sending me. Just send me a list, and then I'll be like, yes, Margaret cares.
Oh, one of my favorites is one called The Color of Law. It's about redlining in the United States. And that one's also organized very well, because it's organized in different sections.
Okay. Ooh, okay. I'll have to remember that one too. I'll probably start with
I will take pictures of these.
Please do.
That would probably be better for you.
Yes, I would appreciate it. My memory. I do my best though. But Bree's here too. Even though you were just sprinting yourself over on Katie's channel, I appreciate you hanging out in the comments. And I don't no idea editing TikToks, me neither.
I don't know if anybody here knows any authors, but Brianna just set up her own services as an author. Is it an author's assistant, Brianna? Hold on, let me look at the exact wording that she used. But basically, she helps. It looks like I haven't read through the entire thing because I'm not there yet. But she offers different services to help authors out. Very similar to what
she just launched everything. Yeah. Everybody check it out. I also have it in my Instagram story. If people follow me on that.
Yep.
But hi, Andy. How are you? She would say that though.
All right.
Hello,
Oh no,
Madison. Reading Deep End. A lot of people are
there we
reading Deep
go.
End right now. 50% into it. Very nice.
Yes, she is entering the market as a PA/author's assistant. So,
Yay!
if you know any authors
And
in
in case people weren't sure, that's our girl Bree.
yes.
She's a go-getter. Hello, Patricia. Finishing off The Shining and Reckless by Lauren Roberts.
I need to
Have
finish
Little
Reckless.
Thieves coming this week to the library. We'll read it next week. Then, oh my gosh, vacation to Spain.
Good for you. I'm just going to Baltimore on vacation.
Honestly, though, where in Spain are you heading, Patricia? Because I've only ever been to Madrid, and I've been to a few other places, but I can't remember because it was like in the same trip. Anook's here, 27% into Water Moon.
Spain is one of those places you could just spend an entire vacation in one city because of all of the stuff. Brittany is ahead of me, though.
So. Yeah. Too many reads at one time. Seriously, that is too true.
Well, it doesn't help that, like, we've kind of both hit this thing where we've got a bunch of books that are carrying over from last week. So
it really is too true. And then this one, what Kristen is saying, all my checked out Libby books are shouting at me. And then I'm like, I've got Libby books, and then I've got physical books, and I'm like, how do we all do this?
I'm afraid to look at my Libby right now because I know I checked out a bunch of them like a week or so ago. So some of them are getting close to when they're going to be due. And I'm like, I don't want to like reckon with my own mortality right now because some of these books have to go back to Libby.
Yeah. And I wish that I made more lists on Libby where I had it organized better. I'm like, oh, I got to read that. Let me just borrow it. And I'm like, what are you doing, Leandra? You can't actually read this in 21 days. So like, it makes more sense for me to just place it on a list so I don't forget about it. But
this is why I get everything in a physical, like when I set my TBRs, I will try and get everything I can in a physical copy because if I have a physical stack of books over there, I won't forget about it as easily as I will if it's on my Libby or it's on my Kindle. You know.
Going to be reading Turn and Burn by Lorelei James. Also planning to start A Harvest of Hearts by Andrea Eames. Very nice. Also, hi, Anne. You're starting Fate Breaker. And you're 33% in. Talk about knowing things. Anne knows things.
Are you okay, Anne?
Yeah, blink twice.
Do we need to send an emergency kit?
An
emotional support kit.
Seriously, yeah. Do you need help? Do you need support? Had to take a look at Libby earlier, returned a couple of books that I won't have time for, and got back on the wait list. Then DNF'd The River has roots. It just wasn't for me right now. Understandable. Hello, Sabrina. Trying to finish The Proof is in The Poison. Oh, yeah, Cozy Mystery. I know exactly. I can see the cover in my brain, actually. I feel like I said that in a weird way.
I need to start reading Cozy Mysteries. Like, I keep seeing my mom read them, and I don't know that I trust her recommendations necessarily. But, like, they always sound like a good time.
Yeah, I'm hit or miss. There are cozy mysteries that I really enjoy, but then there are a lot that are just not for me because they're too cozy. So I think it's one of those subgenres. If you don't immediately love it, you just have to be willing to experiment a little bit. But
I feel like
Jamie,
if you sell me on the characters, I'll be fine.
Yeah. I think character development is probably what keeps me in it as well. Jamie can't pick up copy of Painted Devils from your library until Tuesday. That's okay. We'll be reading it all month, honestly. So like we're not finishing in these sprints anyway. Until then, your buddy reading Crazy Rich Asians with a friend. Back in the day, I did read this book, and
I did too. It's really good.
Was fun. The movie was so colorful and like really, I really loved the production of it, to be honest.
So pissed we're not getting. I mean, I'm glad that they wrapped it up so that it was okay in the first. I'm so pissed we're not getting the second movie. Or the second and third books. Like, I haven't read the second and third books, but I'm pissed that that's not happening. So, but I enjoyed that book. I know people didn't like the footnotes in some cases. I read it as an audiobook, so I didn't have that issue.
Okay, good to know.
And I like footnotes personally, so I don't think it would have been. Ooh, I need to read the Will of the Many.
Yeah, Louise, you know what? You're reminding me that that's another book that I should try. I'm just intimidated by it. I don't know if I'm going to like it or not.
Listen, I'll hold your hand and we can read it together.
Yeah, maybe that's what needs to happen. I need like a friend to be like, okay, hold my hand. A
Just break
supersized
it into
bubble
little
gum.
chunks.
Ooh,
Ooh.
very nice. Author assistant, yay! So cool indeed. Honestly, not surprised because
I,
Bree would be excellent at that.
I wished I had my shit together enough to be able to do that. That is not me right now, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we know that Patricia's going to Malaga. 14 days sounds so long, but they all must always be available. Well, yeah. So I'm lucky where my Libby does give me 21 days. I know that not all libraries provide that extension.
My local library gives me 14. I am in with a couple of libraries that do not.
Mm.
They give you 21. So I'm still waiting for my brother to get into his library system so I can steal his account. I should harass him about that because I'm going to be up there soon.
You should. And then you can harass him in person, which will be more effective. So there we are.
I wonder if his library would let me set it up for him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, maybe they could. You know, especially those
Maybe I
online
could get
ones.
some bills sent to his address.
He'd be like, "What did Margaret do while she was here?" And you're like, "Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it." Emily's reading The Games Gods Play. That's actually the book that we have for Not Reading for Contents podcast this month. If you're interested in reading it with us, I'm glad you're really enjoying it. Hello,
I
MJ.
have it in, what's the word? My car.
So you have it in your car?
It's sitting in my car because I bought the Pretty Barnes and Noble edition and forgot it. And I just looked, like I did this in December. I was looking in my car for something else. I was like, oh, there's a pretty book there.
I know, it's like, oh, honestly, it is a very shiny, beautiful cover, to be completely honest.
Gorgeous.
15 right now. Oh my gosh. Oh, Anne's enjoying it so far. Ooh, for Faithbreaker. I'm so excited. Hidden Pictures, the only one left. Very nice. Need to work 16 hours before tomorrow night to make a second rent install. Oh my gosh, Kristen. I'm so sorry. That's going to be really stressful. Goodness gracious. Yeah, if you need help choosing, it's a good one. Cozy's a palate cleanser, 100%. I think that's exactly what they should be. And they can be really fun. So try to read them, but I guess need turmoil. Yeah. It might be just be like, I can't do the cozy life, you know? Actually has nothing to do with choosing. It has to do with heartbreak and mental health. I am barely functioning. Oh, I'm sorry, Kristen.
Sorry. That's hard.
I'm glad that we can be here for you, but I fully understand the stress that can put on you. Both audio and physical. Very nice. Okay, so that's for Crazy Rich Asians. 3 weeks with an ebook. 14 days for ebooks. Oh, so interesting. I didn't realize that it would be different. And then my library gives 21 days and up to 5 renewals. Oh, I didn't even know how many renewals mine gives me. And you're going to probably read the 13th
child. I know how many physical books get. Ooh, I need to read the 13th Child too. I've heard such good things about that.
Okay, I'm glad that we're happy to be your company and distraction, because that's the perfect reason for me to be sprinting. So I'm very glad to be that. Yeah. Well, on that note, this was a bit of a longer chatty bit, just because I think it's a Sunday. We're doing our best here. But yeah, we're going to go for our first sprint. Thanks everybody for being here. And we're going for 45s today. I hope that's okay. I just think for my own brain, that's what I need.
It's your channel. We do what you want.
Oh, that's true. You know what, everybody? This is my channel.
Exactly.
so I'm going to do it.
If you don't like how someone runs their sprints, you are welcome to go run your own.
Oh yeah, that's a great motivation. Be like, you run your own sprints. That's really great, actually. But anywho, we'll see everybody in 45. Happy sprinting and good luck. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Let us know how you did. I ended up getting to the end of chapter 6. So I'm on page 94,
Nice.
20%. Yeah, they're starting on a journey, which I kind of forgot that this is different from Little Thieves because it's arguably a journey book, which is fun. So, Margaret, where did you end up? I know you're way further than I am. It's
I
fine.
am trying to figure that out. Okay, there it is. I think I found it. There we go. I got to page 110.
Ooh, okay. Oh, you're not that much further than me. I actually kind of caught up.
Yeah, I'm on chapter 8. So that was, I don't know how many pages that was, but I got from page 86 to 110. I may have been mildly distracted at the beginning of the sprint. So I only read for like 25 minutes instead of, the whole thing.
Which bookmark do you have in your book right now?
Well,
I recognize it.
Obviously, I have to be repping my team.
You know what's terrible? I'm also repping your team. This is so embarrassing. It's just the orange matches so well. Like if you have the dust jacket on, and I was like, I guess I'm a monarch tonight.
Look at the orange and the purple, because this you can't see that. Orange and the purple.
Yeah, I had to do it.
It was really funny because I received this right before I got my hair redone. So the orange had kind of faded to a very lighter kind of creamsicle color. I was like, I took a picture and sent it to the group chat. I was like, I did not mean to match, but I do.
But I do somehow. I know. Well, Brittany made it to page 99. No percentages because it's a physical read. Gasp, Brittany, what? Who are you indeed? I know. I've been reading more physical books lately too, but they do take longer. Obviously, it makes sense. Yeah. You can't necessarily do the dishes while you're holding, a tome, but made it back from your errand, lovely Tennille, chapter 7 of Third Gilmore Girl while driving. Yeah, because you said you were going to do that. You were like, I think I'm going to listen while I'm on my errand. 49% for Sophia. Also, welcome, Sophia. I know you arrived, and you're a new subscriber. You were so sweet. She commented on one of my videos, was like, hi, I'm new. And I love when people do that because, 44% of Rag Picker King. Also, I'm 99% sure that for those who are doing Realmathon, these aren't Realmathon sprints, but of course I'm always clocked in. Lexi kindly shared her most recent video, but also shared Bree's newest video. So that's really exciting. So if people need to check out a new vid, they know where to go. Chapter 38. Yeah, Zoe, I think when we left off, you said something about like having like an hour and a half left of Painted Devils. So I'm pretty sure you're already, I think, or was it, were you on Little Thieves? Oh no, Zoe, I'm sorry. I can't remember. Just remind me. But yeah, I know you're very close to the end. 39% of Faithbreaker dozed off. Oh, I hope it's not because of the book. I'm sure it's just been a long day. Completely random, but who else just eats the top of broccolis? Oh no, I eat the stalk. I'll eat it all, baby. Yeah.
It depends on what I am making. Like if it's a stir fry, I will use the entire, well, I mean, primarily I use frozen broccoli florets. But if it is a stir fry and I have fresh broccoli, I will do that. If it is but I definitely prefer it the other way.
Oh yeah, so. The tree part, the leaves. You definitely like to eat the tops better for sure, though. Taking a bit of a break from reading today. Well, I'm glad that you've decided to choose us as your break, Steph. Ended up buying a Switch Lite from my friend today, and I'm currently playing Animal Crossing. I have never played Animal Crossing, but obviously that's a very popular game, and I feel like it probably would be for me because I really like cozy stuff. Read about 30 pages of Deep End. Got kind of distracted by your dog. That's a good distraction, Madison. As long as the dog wasn't like misbehaving or kind of causing havoc, that's not fun for anybody, including the dog probably. Read up to chapter 10 of Stalking Jack the Ripper and read 2.5 chapters of Unearthly. Also, welcome, Lisa. Nice that you are kind of double dipping, juggling 2 books at once. Didn't get any reading done, did some meme stuff. Yeah, that sounds fun though, MJ. Sometimes we need a decompressing sprint.
Yeah.
Read 56 pages. Sabrina's doing all of the work for us. Made it to 47% of Crazy Rich Asians. Okay, so it was Little Thieves. As soon as I said Painted Devils, I was like, I'm pretty sure Zoe's actually about to finish Little Thieves. And that's why I was like, let me correct myself.
Let's double check that this is correct.
I'm assuming this wow is when I showed that I apparently am favoring the monarchs. Alas.
How
It's the
rude
color
of you.
code. You gotta follow the theme. I did think about, you know what though? I did think about the Ravens would work well because of the character Ragna.
Yes, definitely would work well. Okay.
Because there was also the mention of a feather, of Ragna's feather, which I thought was really sweet in this section. Buffalo chicken bites thing from Quick Trip. Ooh, very nice. I honestly, speaking of food, I will be eating in the next sprint because
you're gonna. I'm gonna heat some curry up in the next sprint.
Ooh, that sounds lovely.
Yes,
I have like 150 pages left of the game's got to play. Got my the feels. Oh, shed a few tears, Emily. Well, I'm glad you're having the best time with it. Also, this is good timing. There's a reason why we chose this book for the podcast is because the second book is coming out in a few months. I think like July, maybe it's not that recent, but soonish. Hello, Katie. Welcome to the party. I hope that your sprint ended well. And no worries, you're not late. We just had one sprint. Kind of feeling in the mood for this right now. Third girl. Yeah, of course. So I might try and finish tonight. It would take about 2 hours at my speed. Ooh, yeah. I mean, listen, mood reading is the most productive reading, in my opinion. I feel like you read things more quickly. You're just obviously in a better mood because you're having a great time with what it all makes sense.
It's about excitement. If you are excited about what you're reading, you're going to read it faster. That's just how the brain works.
Yeah, I agree. Oldest only eats the tops. He thinks the stems taste weird. They do. Like, they are a little bit more, like, I don't know. Yeah, I was gonna say they're a bit more earthy, and I totally get that.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. Kristen, stop cawing at the competition. Although I do love it. That's so funny.
That's funny.
Had a school
oh my God. So I did several years as a youth leader at my church. There was a whole couple of years that cacaw was just what they were calling at each other for just randomly. Flashback.
I remember I went to Girls State back in the day, which is very much something that happens in the US. And I was a part of Amelia Earhart. Like we had different like houses. And I remember I was in the Amelia Earhart group. And we had like a bunch of people who were steppers.
And
they were so fun. So anyway, there's all these memories are suddenly flooding in. But I remember specifically we would, oh gosh, this is so embarrassing. This is because we were in high school, but we would do like eagle formation, and only because flying Amelia Earhart. We were really girls, but we had honestly, it was still so fun.
Listen, that stuff is there because it's fun, and it's okay that it's fun, even if it is a little cringy. Because whatever you're doing, it can't be as cringy as the chants that we did at Christian Youth Camp.
Oh no. I can imagine. Oh gosh. Yeah, you know what? Books aren't for everybody, but this is also a good choice. If you're like, this book isn't working for me, DNF it, return it. Especially if it's like maybe Libby, or even just like if you're returning it to the library, that means someone else will. Yeah, they get access to it sooner because they're excited for it. So it helps everybody, honestly. It's almost like the food chain. Like we're all helping each other out.
Sometimes it's just about the timing for a book too. So it's not for you now. Doesn't mean it won't always. That might not change. Sometimes, a lot of the time, it doesn't. But
yeah, continually follow our episodes. You probably will have a riot because you don't care. Katie was talking sprint. Oh my gosh, you guys hear that loud car outside? Noise pollution is real, friends, and it is outside my door. Katie was talking in a sprint about how the Ravens, that is true. I thought you were just like guard dog, be like, get out of here. And I was like, you should have done that to Brie because she's also a host.
Yep.
September, I think, and I'm so excited for the second. Oh, okay, so it's coming out in September-ish probably, and also probably depends on where we are in the world. For sure, grabbing the pretty deluxe edition, very nice.
I mean, something with Greek Gods has to come out in September since we're not getting a new Percy Jackson book this year. I don't think. I think it's the new Nico one.
Oh yeah, you're like, you know what, I'll take anything. Take
I
some.
wouldn't care that it was the new Nico one, except I want the final Percy Jackson book, Richard. Anyways.
Yeah, Richard, who's clearly watching our sprints. Oh gosh, but this is true. This is a true statement. There's also so many books. Like my most anticipated books are coming out on the first.
Yeah.
Holy Terrors, Faithbreaker, and A Job of Corruption. And I'm just like, I can't read you all at the same time.
Your poor wallet.
Yeah, I will say I have an arc for A Job of Corruption, and we're gonna read it this month. So at least I don't have to worry about that. But there will be some juggling. Mm-hmm. Tigers was our mascot. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, with the Katy Perry roar. What a time to be alive. Like, oh my gosh. This is making me think of the time someone brought a goldfish to a football game when I was in high school. Yeah, isn't it just like high school is a weird time? Like
high school is a weird time. The
Yeah,
only thing that's potentially weirder is middle school.
Yeah, maybe the fish was a fan. Who knows?
That's funny.
Oh gosh. Well, though, we reached the end of the comments. As they come in, I'll try to show them on screen and react to them. But like I said, my next sprint, is going to be eating. I'm going to nourish my body, and I think, dare I say, I'm going to have some pizza. I got some leftover pizza, so I think I'm going to have that. And so we'll see how much reading I actually get done. But I might come back and just say that my productivity was me eating.
Eating food.
Yeah. And you said you're having some curry, right?
Yes, I'm gonna go heat up the curry. So
yum. Sounds good. Well, let me get us into another sprint because we were on task in that chatty bit. Great.
Beautiful.
Yeah, well, we'll see everybody in 45 minutes. Happy sprinting. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. How did you do? I ended up obviously having dinner, so I didn't read as much. I got another chapter in. Yeah, I think only one because I'm at the beginning of chapter 8, so I'm at 104. My goal was to read like 50-ish pages, at least today, so I'm feeling pretty good about it. Where are you, Margaret? What's the damage?
I am on page. Good question.
Ooh. I know it's tough when you like juggle it and you go off to the audiobook and then you're like, what chapter are you in?
Yeah. I am, Mother, would you work with me, please? I am on page 123. So I read 13 pages that time. I listened to a podcast while I was doing dinner.
Mm-hmm.
So I was listening to a podcast called Maintenance Phase. So
Nice. Yeah, I ended up switching gears while, putting dinner in the oven and then eating. I switched to a romance because I'm working on my second Trying Not to DNF Romances vlog.
okay.
Yeah. And of course, I pushed it so far that I'm like, okay, every little moment, let me start making progress on these books. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, I applaud you for trying things. I feel like romance is one of those genres that, much like fantasy, there is a subgenre for everyone. Right.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, I think what lessens the tension is the fact that I'm allowed to DNF, and it's not, the book's fault necessarily. So it's not me building up this frustration because I'm not forcing myself to read a book that clearly wasn't written for me. So I think it's like making everything a bit more light and less stressful, including those who are like watching it. Because it's like, hey, if I DNF it, that just means it's not for me and you can love it. So anyways, but hello, Christina.
Or it wasn't for this time. You never know.
Honestly, I think this was a supper sprint for a lot of us. I think a lot of us were eating chapter 10 of The Third Gilmore Girl.
Yep, I had
Brittany switched books. Ooh, she switched to your book, the book you're reading with her.
Oh God, I have so much to catch up on. Okay, good to know.
Dun, 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 dun. Brittany, just so you know, I did respond. She, myself, and Julie plan on reading Faithbreaker together. And of course, Brittany's the most organized and was like, hey, let's schedule this. And I was like, thank you for doing that.
I loved it. We didn't do it this time because the buddy read kind of snuck up on me. I love doing buddy reads with Brittany because when I'm like, hey, do we want to split it up for what we're supposed to read per day? She's like, and that's part of why I'm struggling. She's like, yeah, let's do that. Because I'm good when you give me a daily goal to read. Like, hey, let's try and read 4 chapters. I'm still going to fall behind, but at least I have some parameters. But if it's just like, yeah, let's buddy read this week. Yeah, I will not buddy read that. I'm so sorry. It will become it's not a now. It's not, it has to be, it's like not urgent.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. And I think, yeah, for me, it depends. I can vibe with a buddy read where we're just all doing our own thing. It does help me stick to a schedule if we have a few chapters, and then I know, but it just depends. Emily, 30 pages read, got distracted by your fur children. Yes, yeah, as opposed to the skin children that some people have, aka human children.
The skin children.
Yeah, not as comfy.
Sounds. Do we need to moisturize them?
Yeah, it's like, oh gosh, a lot more upkeep. Didn't really do anything that sprint. That's okay, Madison. Super sore from a trapeze class. Took earlier today and then just sat in a hot shower. You already did so much work. Yeah, let your body heal. Another 46 pages. Sabrina, you must be you're trucking through your book. 90%, Sophia. Really don't know how you feel.
That's always so weird. I feel like that's me right now with Awakened Mage, and I'm so early on in this book. Like, I'm going to finish it. I'm not DNFing. I have to know what the drama is. But I'm not, like, all the things that made it charming are, like, I feel like it's getting repetitive, basically.
Okay, sure.
Like, the weird pacing and the fact that it felt like we were at the very beginning of an epic fantasy was kind of fun for the first book, but now it just feels like we're stagnant and we're not moving forward.
Mhm. Yeah,
So
I hate how that is because you're just thinking like, what is the reason why I don't know how I'm feeling? Like, are there
yeah.
certain elements that are just itchy to me, or is it that I just am not caring as much as I wish I
Oh
did?
my god. Oh my god, that's exactly how the book fit. It feels. It feels itchy.
Wow, I'm good job, but I
I was
didn't.
I was trying to describe to Brittany the feeling that I was having reading certain parts of like what I just read a couple of days ago, and I was like, I don't know how to describe how this feels. It feels
Mhm.
itchy, Brittany. It feels
Yeah,
itchy.
Brittany, now you know.
And I have a lot of experience with feeling itchy. Oh my god.
I did this
Nice.
earlier
I
today.
need to sit down and do my planner for this week so that I actually get stuff done.
I know. I feel pretty good. I did some updating today. I need to do more, but I feel
Nice.
good. Okay. Finished Little Thieves, started Painted Devils, just got up to Zoe, you jumped right in. Oh my, I love that for you. Oh my gosh.
Nice.
So
Chapter
fun.
one's a good chapter. What is such a good chapter one?
It's such a funny, like really kind of there's just so much happening. It's a very chaotic first chapter in the best way. Like it's great. Made it to 32%, and we used to live here. Cora, you've been making a lot of progress on this today. I saw you over on Katie Sprints reading this book, physically reading, and I feel like it is taking me forever. What? I think you're cracking through that. I think you're doing a great job. But physical reading, especially if you've been used to audio for a little while,
Yeah.
it is jarring. Like I've had to almost like remind myself that I am not as fast. My eyes are not as fast as my ears.
Yeah.
Is what it is. Got work done.
Nice.
Yay. Awesome indeed. Speaking of Faith Breaker, 47%. The pace is picking up. You all will enjoy this. And thank you. Thank you for confirming something I already think I'm going to enjoy. Worked on writing a cover letter. At least it's for a cool job. Summer library assistant. Una.
Good
I'm
for
happy for you.
you. Condolences on having to do the cover letter, though. I hate those so much.
They're not fun. And it really is meant to be so personalized that I think that's what stresses me out whenever I've had
I
them.
wish that they would literally like I wish they would say, hey, when you write a cover like it should be standard for businesses to give you like a template of this is what we want you to hit in your cover letter. Because like I always feel like I am kind of guessing. Like I know what a generic cover letter is supposed to look like, but then you're supposed to customize it to each job.
Mm-hmm.
I wish that they did a little bit of like, hey, this is what we're looking to know about you in your cover letter. Because like, am I giving them too much information? Am I giving them information they're not even going to use? Will they think that this is annoying them?
Yeah, am I saying the same thing that every other applicant's saying, meaning that it's pointless? But also,
And I'm
Jamie made
also
progress. Good job.
a millennial. I hate hyping myself sometimes, like especially when
I
it comes to like work. When it feels because let's be honest, 9 times out of 10, there is some fudging of details that has to happen when you're doing your cover letters and your resumes. So, like to make yourself look good, and I don't like that. I don't like that.
It's not fun. It's not fun. So, Una, we feel your pain.
Yep.
Hello, Maggie. Just got back from hanging out with a friend. Ooh, that sounds like a lovely Sunday plan. Should probably find something edible in my fridge. That does sound like a smart idea. Ooh, other than coffee cake, but coffee cake is lovely. I understand though. You might want something a bit more sustainable and like that the energy will last longer. And then work on some stuff. Nice. Awesome, Kristen. Yes, you do got this. Exactly. Got the work done. Saying good luck to Una. Yeah, good luck. I don't know if we said this, but good luck. You're probably going to be
I hope
perfect.
it goes well. I really do hope that it goes well for you.
Took a shower, got another 2.5 chapters of Unearthly read. Very nice. Oh, thanks, Kristen. I hope that you found some books that you're going to enjoy.
For my watch later list for
some.
later.
Yeah, you know what? This is my year for recommendation videos. I've never done them, and I don't know why, but I think I'm finally getting the hang of doing them. Just got home the new Captain America with my okay, very nice with your mom. I'm working on finishing Deep End. Catherine, you're not the only one. Who else is reading Deep End? Someone else
We had
was.
a couple people because it's the B&K book club, I believe, book.
Yeah. Was it Madison? Someone was. I can't remember. But yeah. And then Excited for Faithbreaker. That's right. The only romance I can remember making it through was the Blue Castle. That's right, Tennille. I remember you telling me that. It makes me intrigued. It makes me actually want to try it. I got to 27% of the House of Cerulean Sea. Very nice, MJ. You're making great progress. And then I did click on some of these comments. I'm trying to not like re-click on them. I listened to some, but can't remember what chapter I started. Isn't that always the case? I remember I used to feel like I needed to remember exactly the number of pages or number of chapters. Now I'm like, I started somewhere and now I finished somewhere else. And that's all you guys.
Percentages are nice for that. That's why I let Bookly do a lot of that for me. Yeah, Brittany knows exactly where I am. Because Brittany got detailed notes. Just voice notes about a single point of view in a single chapter.
Honestly, for this, I ended up just ordering from like a local pizza place. And for those who didn't see in the comments, I tried buffalo chicken pizza for the first time. I was like, I'm gonna try this out, and it was good. I enjoyed it. It was really fun. It was a fun experience. Anyway, sorry, I don't know how to describe my taste testing of pizza.
I'm glad my itchiness does actually
put a word to the Voxer messages I got.
Entertains you, Brittany.
Yeah, Brittany's probably like, I didn't know what word you were looking for either. Yeah, honestly, I want to read this book. I really do. It was the We've Always Lived Here. Is that was or We Used to Live Here? We Used to Live Here is what it is. It's the like debut horror that started off as a Reddit story. Like it has a really interesting backstory. Yeah, it's queer, which is very fun too. I have a hard time reading physical books without the audiobook since I've started immersion reading. Honestly, the luxury of immersion reading once you discover it and you find like the audio pacing that matches your reading, it is luxurious. That's the only word I can think of. So I totally agree.
I had to slow my audio pace. So I'm listening to Way of Kings and Michael Kramer. I don't usually go up past 2 times, but he gets it. I love him. He talks so slow. But I had to slow it down because I am immersion reading. I was like, oh, my eyeballs don't move this fast if I am also listening to the book.
Yeah, it's kind of, and I totally get why it would be weird for people who first start off trying to do audio and physical and like yeah.
Plus, I'm highlighting and taking notes and all of that. So,
oh yeah, if you're annotating, it's completely different. If you're like an annotator and that kind of thing, actually, maybe if you were rereading, you could do that.
Well, I am rereading. This is a reread, but it's been a while, so I have no memory of this place. But I am like, I'm basically like underlining things that I want to like take notes about later. I try not to like actually like take notes because then I have to pause it because I can't think and listen at the same time.
No, isn't that funny? It doesn't work. Like as soon as I start thinking a thought, I'm like, what did they just say? And yeah, it can't work.
Yep.
Well, welcome, Coco. Thanks for joining in the last sprint. You're continuing They Never Learn. Got up to 60% in sprints earlier. 68% now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're going to be flying through. You possibly could get to 80% by the end of the next sprint. Who knows? Listening on Audible and first time to audiobook. Oh my gosh. So fun. I love that. I love a first time with an audiobook. And then not close to that area. Oh, okay. Oh, because you guys were talking about like NASCAR, if it was close to you. Yeah. I thought there was a question of whether Kristen could hear the NASCAR. And I was like, I can't hear the NASCAR because you guys only hear me. I realized I wasn't part of the conversation. That's what was happening. So yeah.
There was a Grand Prix happening when we did the Little Thieves live show. It's like a 3-day weekend. I'm like, oh, the mosquitoes, like I could hear it, but it was low enough. I was like, I know it's not coming through.
So. We have to pause because Bree is in the comments. Hello, friend. How are you? How are you doing? What are you up to? What are you reading? I know, honestly, Bree has been sprinting quite a bit. I've never been free to join, but if people are enjoying sprints and they need more people to be subscribed to and hang out, You all are probably already subscribed to Bree because Bree's amazing, but still, oh, thanks for hanging out and being here. Oh my gosh, those 15 minutes went by so fast.
Yeah.
And then, hello, Beatrice. Oh my gosh, it must be so late for you. You just got here though. Currently reading Fake Dates and Mooncakes. That seems adorable, actually. The cover is very cute. And yeah, of course, we would support you. I mean, you're gonna crush it. Andy made, ate, and put away dinner. Ooh, spaghetti meatballs, cozy, lovely. 93% through Esperanza Rising. Really good. Oh, and then soon you'll start Little Thieves. Yes, Andy, I love it. It's a little late here, but still want to read. Okay, well, you know what? We'll put you to sleep. I know that sounds terrible. That will be boring, but we can ease you into the time where it's finally time to sleep. So no worries there. I would like to add stuff like words and graphics to your YouTube book review videos. Any suggestions out there that are fairly easy to use? Ooh, so I guess it depends on the programming you use. Bree from Four Paws in a Book was talking about free or cheaper programs like iMovie if you have Mac. And then what was the one?
So I know DaVinci Resolve has a free program that does pretty well from what I've heard. So there are a couple of ways because like you can get an editing program that has this in it, and for that I would suggest looking up tutorials for whatever specific editing program you're using. The other option, and I believe this is what Brianna did for a very long time, is to make overlays and export them. You may have to have a pro subscription on something, but to make overlays and export them as transparent backgrounds.
I was going to say the same thing with like if you've got Canva Pro. I personally have that through my job. So I understand that would be a cost though. So it just depends on what you want to add. But to my knowledge, like iMovie, DaVinci, those are the ones that like are for cheaper. But Bree from Four Paws in a Book also last month did a how to start a booktube, and I know you already have one, but it could maybe give you more ideas unless you weren't the one. I think it was another Bree, a different person who said that they were inspired by that video. So you probably haven't seen it. Maybe we can, Bree from Four Paws in a Book, if you're still here, you've got the wrench of power. You can always please self-promote.
I can grab it.
Okay, or Margaret will. And Margaret, you've got the wrench of power, right? Or am I? Okay, thank goodness. Because I'm like, now I don't know if anyone does.
I do.
Oh gosh. I feel like I read faster on audio, probably because I don't exactly like, I feel like I also definitely get distracted if I'm physically reading where I'll like look up for a second. So it just takes a lot longer. I've been doing.
Brianna does so many videos. There it is.
Yeah. MJ, we got you. We got you.
Okay. Where are we? There. Hold on. Let me find. There we go. Okay.
This is a good point too. Depending on the book, you will up and lower speed. Totally agree with that. Oh yeah. So MJ, check out this video. Maybe that's what you can watch in the next sprint. And everybody can watch it because we all love Bree. Isn't Bree such a great name? So many great people have that name. Locked Booktician, Four Paws in a Book. I mean, come on. Goodness gracious. Guaranteed to be great people. Okay. We're going to do one more sprint for 45 minutes. I will put the banner up just so we know, just because trying to be able to give myself some time, a few hours to unwind before I've got to go to bed. And then we all have to start, Monday up again. So yeah, thanks everybody for being here. Double check that you are subscribed to Margaret the Word Nerd because she's lovely and she's been just a wonderful guest on today. And it was honestly her idea to do all of these, live stream sprints, discussions, read along. So yeah, we all have her to thank that we are here today on this Sunday. Okay, anywho.
It's all in service to our Lord and Savior, Vanya Schmidt.
It is the good book. Okay, happy sprinting, everybody. Oh, wait, let me show you that would help. Okay, happy sprinting, everybody. Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome back indeed. How did everybody do? I only ended up reading another chapter. I'm trying to like piecemeal this so it lasts the entire month for me. So I'm at, I truly, because I'm like, okay, savor it. Also, I want to make sure I remember everything.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make it a goal to like read some of it each weekend because I want to limit the number of like physical books I'm taking with me when I go to see my brother, but also I want to read it and finish it. But I also want to have as little time between the end of the book and when I read the next book as well. So like we're caught between a rock and a hard place right now.
Yes, no, that's exactly what it is too. Because I don't want to like finish it, and then I'm still waiting 3 weeks for us to. So I only got a chapter in, another chapter, and I'm at the start of chapter 9, 120 pages. Then I ended up doing some admin stuff. I played around with a thumbnail to a video that I'm not even done recording yet. I don't know why I'm the way I am, but it was very fun.
You know what? That's better than me. I figure out my thumbnail after the video has happened. So
yeah, well, I started having fun with the covers, and moving stuff around. So.
I wish my brain could picture like what I want the thumbnail for a video to be well enough before I film the video to like do that. My brain doesn't do that most of the time. There have been a couple of times that I've had specific thumbnail, like when I read 7 books in 7 days. That thumbnail came out exactly the way I envisioned it. And I knew how I wanted to do it from the get-go.
Sometimes that happens where you just know how you want it to be set up. And then I've got the Manor Gazette that's coming out.
Yeah.
So I got the graphic done. I just have to like type my little for the Watchmen for the Poisoned Pen, where I just gossip about how my week was. We ended up having a few people join while also leaving. Meredith. Hi, Meredith. I hope you're still here. If not, I'm thinking about you wherever you are. And Sharon's here too. They're off on their Mondays. Like their Mondays have already started, so they're ahead of us, which is great. Sophia ended up finishing her book and then was like, I gotta go. It's 11 p.m. Totally understandable. Andy finished her book too, realizing we're starting Painted Devils. Yay, so exciting. I listened to 2 chapters, and one of my 3 chapters, I think it is going to be a 5-star prediction already, Zoe. Yes, I'm here for it. It's just as intricate as Little Thieves. I think you're going to really enjoy it if you enjoyed Little Thieves.
I thought it was even more intricate in some places, in like some ways. I think there are certain themes that we didn't really dig into. I was thinking about this because I'm getting into the part where we're really dealing with Fanya's self-worth issues.
Yes.
And so the way that we're digging into like that, there's so much going on right now.
Yeah, I was thinking about that with I'm in the middle of, I'll just call it the library scene. With that situation, and I'm thinking of certain things that Vanya says and is said too in that. So, anyways,
you want to take a quick guess at what that scene inspired?
What
that scene inspired? It might have had to do with something being in the main lobby of a library and dealing with the elements.
Oh my gosh, why did I not connect that? I'm embarrassed for myself that I didn't even make that connection.
To be fair, I had forgotten. So
you forgot? You were like, oh yeah,
I had forgotten. I was like, that was kind of where I got that idea from. I'd forgotten that was a thing that happened in this book.
That's so good. So for those who participate in Fablin, consider the librarian. Oh, that's great. I love that. 55% of Faithbreaker. Ooh, 5-star vibes. Hoping it sticks the landing. I'm hoping so too, especially with it being the closing of a trilogy. Like you're hoping it ends satisfactorily. 4 more reviews to go. Sounds good, Jess. Also, I hope your granddad's okay, because I know you were saying that he had to get his heart checked out. Have about half an hour left in the 3rd Gilmore Girl. You're gonna finish 100%, Danielle. Oh my gosh. I hope you're like having the best time. Made it to page 120. This is just, and the witch is dead. So Brittany switched again. I was going to say, like, Brittany's just reminding you of how far she is, but it's a different book this time. Ended up journaling a bit, did some research. Great, Alex. And you ate dinner. Lovely. Chapter 10 of Unearthly. You're making progress tonight, Lisa. And I also love your tuxedo cat in the profile picture. So adorable. Then picked up The Phoenix Keeper. I've heard a lot about that book.
Nice.
I've read about 30 pages of your book, Great Beatrice. You're reading in Portuguese. Oh, that's nice. Also, because then you kind of want your brain to relax for the night. And so I think it makes sense that you're reading in, your first language. So
Yeah.
lovely. Coffee has kicked in. Yes, thank goodness. Now you're bouncing off the walls. Okay, maybe not. Thank goodness if you don't want to do that. Watched Cassidy's new video, started dinner. Ooh, I know. And everyone, remember, mum's the word, because there are some secrets and hints to my knowledge. I haven't gotten to it yet, so I don't know what Cassidy reveals. But yeah, make sure that you don't let anyone know so they watch it. Made it to 61% in Crazy Rich Asians. Finished making 4 birthday cards. Jamie, nice. I know you're making birthday cards in the last print too. I bet they're gorgeous because Jamie's really creative. Jamie ended up creating dolls for the grandchildren. So cute. Showed it in the Discord and I was like, oh my gosh, you are creative, more creative than I am. Mondays do suck. Oh, and you're at 1 p.m. on Monday. Yeah. You guys are just in the future for us. Read another 50 pages. Only 17 more. You made so much progress tonight, Sabrina. Oh my gosh. I feel like you maybe about close to 150 pages while we were sprinting. This worked out just right. My husband just told me he made plans to go out for dinner for our anniversary. Lisa, congratulations. Yeah, I hope you guys have the best dinner. Yeah, have a great time. Happy anniversary. And I'm glad you said something because we can tell you happy anniversary. 7 p.m. here. Yeah, a little bit earlier for you. Night, night. Yes, night, night indeed. Thanks for being here, friends. You all came out in numbers and we really appreciate it. It was fun to see you all make progress while we do the same. Yeah, thank you. We'll see. Okay. Yeah, just let us know. Keep us updated. I hope everything ends up working out though. Going to start the Famous Five or Percy Jackson.
Percy Jackson.
I was gonna say I'm gonna pause so that Margaret can provide a thought.
I feel like, especially if you need something that's going to be a stress relief kind of thing and help distract you, Percy Jackson. I don't know about the Famous Five, but Percy Jackson probably has the best bet.
Yeah, it'll be just
it is a bit light and lighthearted, and all that good stuff. And also my favorite thing ever. Jess is like, yeah, we know, Margaret.
Like, duh.
Fork found in kitchen.
Well, we've reached the end of the comments. It's probably time for us to start signing off. But Margaret, what new things or anything to come should we know about? I know that your TBR was recently posted, so that's something in the past.
My TBR just went up on Friday. If you guys want to check out what book clubs and what I'm reading for Realmathon, and in there I talk about a little semi-secret project that you can join me in. I'm reading Way of Kings, and there's a whole reading plan and everything that I've set up for the month of March that you can join me in and get caught up or whatever you need to do you just need to go and you do have to join through my Discord because this is a beta test, basically. I might do a couple beta tests before anything goes live, but this is a beta test. So I'm not hard launching it, but I am getting bringing people in and trying to figure out how I want things to work. So if you want to come and join me for a little bit of the behind the scenes of that semi-secret project, you can.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, yeah, thanks again, everybody. Hopefully you have a lovely Monday, whether you're already halfway through or you're about to go to bed soon in preparation for it. And yeah, let me turn the banner off as we begin to say goodbye. Thanks, everybody. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.